Journeys begin with the first step. I think we can agree on that. No problem. Our first step was actually creating the site. Now, we did that in the previous segment in this lesson. Remember, in many cases, these segments within a lesson build on each other. Okay, so we already made a site. If you decided to skip that segment in this lesson and you don't know how to make a site, you might want to go back to that segment. But if we go to the word files, you can see our site because we already set it up. We created 4 folders: documents, images, originals, and pages, and there they are, ready for us to work. The next step is obvious. Begin populating the site with pages and then putting stuff on the pages to make it all work. We already have a plan. You've got an idea for your site. We're going to do a very simple site in this next couple of lessons. We're going to do a very simple site, a couple of connections, little navigation, make it all work, put it all together. But if we want to make a new page, there's actually a couple of ways that we can do that. One way would be to actually right-click your mouse, say on this folder right here in the Files panel, and select New File. If you select New File, it will create a blank XHTML transitional document that you can begin working on. I think we want a little bit more choice than that, more options. So what we'll do is get out of here, and we will go File New. In File New, you get a lot of choices. What we're going to do is choose Blank Page, HTML, None. I want to start everything from scratch. However, you get a lot of stuff going on here. You can do blank pages with CSS. We'll talk about that later. You can do blank templates. You can do pages from templates from pre-existing sites that you've worked on, which that's kind of exciting. If you've got a template that you've used before, you can actually move it right into this one, no problem. Pages from samples, and you can try using these if you want to. Or you can do other, which gets into Visual Basic and action scripting, things like that. We're going back to blank page. HTML, none. Document type is XHTML 1.0 transitional. And if you click that button, you get a lot of other options. So what is this? When you choose a document type, this information is loaded into the header of the HTML file. When the client or the visitor loads the site, that information is fed to the browser to tell it how to render the page. Oh, it's supposed to look like this because that's the code that was used to design that particular page. Okay, that's why that's there. XHTML stands for Extensible Hypertext Markup Language. 1.0 Transitional is kind of very universal. We're not going to worry about this stuff right now, but if you look at the very bottom, you even have HTML5. Now, what's that? Dreamweaver is not just set up for us today, it's set up for the future. HTML5 is the new version of hypertext markup language that's beginning to hit and will be with us for years. We're already ready for it right here, which I found exciting. We'll leave that where it is, and we'll go ahead and we'll click Create. I'll show you one more thing, though. You've got Get More Content right here. If you want more stuff like this, click that button. It will take you to the Adobe Exchange. You got more stuff if you want to use it. It's right there for you. Let's click Create on our blank document. We now have a perfectly blank, ready for us to populate it with stuff document. If we look over here at the code view, I want to show you what that code did based on how we selected this page. Click Code. You can see, let me make that a little bit bigger, and there's that information that's fed to the browser on how to make the site work. You'll also notice things like tags, HTML tag, opening tag, closing tag down here. Heading area, we put a lot of stuff in the heading area, like the title, obsolete stuff like search words and keywords and stuff like that all go in the heading. And then here's where everything else goes in this area right here, the body. So all of this represents a very simple page right now. There's nothing there. Let's go ahead and pull that back down again like this. Let's go back into the design mode. Actually, let's go split. Let me show you something. If I come over here, this is the design, this is the code. Now again, we're not going to work a lot with code, but we should stop every once in a while and take a peek at it. If I come over here and type something, like type something, I'm very literal when I say things, you'll notice it comes up right here because it's the code that makes the design work. This is the stuff that's under the bonnet, or in the United States, under the hood, right? This is the engine that makes it all work for you. You can work it either way. If I come over here and select it here and delete it, you notice when I come back over here, it's gone. Or I can come over here if you're a code warrior and you like to work in the code itself. If I type it in here, it will appear over here. Actually, I mistyped that, but we'll get into spell check later. The whole idea is you've got total control. Most of what we're going to be doing is in the design view. Let me get rid of that before I embarrass myself. So we've created a new page. We haven't done anything with it yet. Our first stage here is getting to this point. In the next segment, we'll begin working a little bit more with what we do with this page by looking at page properties, which are very important. So let's get cracking.